If the kitchen is the only place you're using sesame seed oil, then you, my friend, are shortchanging yourself. Granted, a nice splash of toasted sesame oil over a rice or pasta bowl will definitely have you singing like Patti LaBelle. Sesame oil offers so many more benefits than just what you're getting in the kitchen. When I tell you this oil prevents and calms so many annoyances that we tend to encounter once we turn 40, 50, and beyond, all I'm saying is these 4 ways of using sesame oil will definitely give you the benefits without the dietary setbacks like increased calories or weight gain. If that sounds interesting to you, then definitely stick around to find out the 4 ways you can begin to use sesame oil in a different way. Ready? Let's do it. I hear you thinking, sesame oil? That's a seed oil. Is it safe? Are there any precautions that I should be aware of? Well, since you mentioned it, what are the other ways to use sesame oil other than cooking? Beautiful, great questions that I will address by the time we are done talking today. And I'm also super curious to know of the ways that sesame oil can be used, which ones are a maybe yes for you or certainly not. Leave that in the comment section below. Is sesame oil safe to use? I totally understand the hesitation to use sesame oil, whether for cooking or in any other way, given it is a seed oil. We've been told there is a causal link between seed oils and inflammation that could trigger other health conditions, right? So your hesitation makes perfect sense. The best way to answer is sesame oil safe would be to look at the profile of sesame oil. According to those tinkering around in labs, observing, measuring, and quantifying all the things, sesame oil has a higher saturated fat content, causing it to be more stable and less likely to oxidize or create harmful free radicals. That is one of the main concerns when it comes to seed oils, the release of unstable molecules in our bodies. However, sesame oil has a rich, higher vitamin E constitution than most other seed oils. The vitamin E aids in protecting our skin cells from pollution, toxins, and UV rays versus creating harmful free radicals. And that's a good thing for us. Are there any precautions? Well, like most things in this great world, there is no guarantee that sesame oil will be good or right for you. Though overall safe to use, sesame oil could cause an allergic reaction. I would strongly advise and encourage you to do a skin test before using sesame oil by placing a small amount of sesame oil inside your wrist area here or the bend of your elbow to assess how your skin reacts. If you experience any irritation, itching, signs of inflammation, or any unpleasantness, discontinue use. So what are the other ways to use sesame oil? I purchased mine in bulk, so let me show you a little something how I use it, okay? 1. Ever fell victim to excruciating ear pain? What about excessive earwax buildup? I will tell you that walking around partially hearing things, thinking others are talking too soft, you might have more earwax than you even recognize that you had. But wait a minute, this was like wow for me. I was stunned when I learned that too much wind exposure to our ears could cause tightness in our neck, jaw, and back of the head, and ears respectively, right? Due to wind causing dryness. Did you know that? Daily, we can protect our delicate ears, neck, jaws, and revive our hearing by running warm water over a small dropper bottle of sesame oil that is slightly warmed up to like room temperature, right? Before putting sesame oil in your ears, test the warmth of the oil on the back of your wrist. Just like when our kids were babies, we had to do the wrist temperature check, right? Same thing goes with oil that you're going to be inserting in your ears. We don't want the oil to be too hot nor too cold. In order to do this without causing a whole mess, lay on your side or tilt your head to one side and squeeze a dropper full of sesame oil into your ear. Allow the oil to soak in for about a good 5 minutes. Then place a towel over that ear, tilt your head to the other side. While the first ear is draining, add the warm oil to the other ear. This feels oh so soothing. Ooh. Don't have time for all of this because it sounds a little too involved for your day-to-day? Then guess what? You can simply place a few drops of the warm oil on your fingertips or a Q-tip. Actually, just opt for the Q-tip and place it inside your ear canal just slightly. Don't go too far into your ear canal, and rub it around in a circular motion. You will still get the same benefits, though the oil will not penetrate as deeply as if you had used the dropper, but you will still walk away with many of the benefits. Whether it's allergies or changes in temperature causing it, having dry, irritated nasal passages is annoying and uncomfortable. When my nose is in that state, I am super self-conscious that I have boogies hanging out in my nose on top of dry nasal passages. That can oftentimes cause our minds, or at least my mind, to feel less clear, cloudy. I don't know, just think about it. When you feel like maybe you have a boogie or something hanging in your nose, are you really able to focus and be present with whatever is going on? And of course, if our nasal passages become too dry, we could end up being more prone to experiencing nosebleeds. And you know that is going to happen the moment we are wearing something crispy and white, right? Similar to using sesame oil for your ears, you want the oil to be lukewarm before using. And this is what you're going to do. Tilt your head back. Place half or a whole dropper amount of the oil into one nostril. Close off the other nostril, the one without the oil, and take a deep inhale, allowing the oil to penetrate deeper. And then just simply repeat the process on the other side. You might get a little bit of postnasal drip from this process. That's totally fine, totally normal. Beware that some of the oil may slide back down. Just a small little amount, not a whole lot. You will not be looking like Roscoe from Martin out here. Just dab it away. Or you can do like me. I tend to do this practice mostly at nighttime, so I don't necessarily have to encounter any runoff that may happen. It's not a big deal. And the sesame oil on the top part of your lip, it's not going to damage your skin, pending you've already done the skin test. We shouldn't even be at this point if you've not done the skin test to make sure that sesame oil is safe and suitable for you. Okay, it is time to travel down to the seat of where our digestive capabilities and woes reside. Are you still dealing with menstrual cramps? I'm not, but you might be. What about tightness in the stomach? That is stress and anxiety driven. See, I know I talk a lot about castor oil, and I've mentioned the benefits of using castor oil in the belly button. However, castor oil may not be a good fit. You might be allergic, or castor oil just didn't work as you had desired. So perhaps give sesame oil a try, and let me tell you why. Similar to castor oil, sesame oil's consistency is thick enough to penetrate the deeper layers of our belly region. That's important. Absorb and circulate much like castor oil. The fatty acids in sesame oil can aid in reducing menstrual discomfort, gas, bloating, and to get uncooperative bowels to do what it do. Hear me on this. It's important that we use pure oils without fillers or artificial fragrances. We don't want to require our organs to have to fend off any unnecessary stuff just because it can. As a precaution, if you're pregnant, consult with your doctor before using sesame oil for navel oiling. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Sometimes I do wonder the same thing about pain. Are we experiencing more pain leading to sleep disruptions, or are sleep disruptions causing our pain? At the end of the equation, all I know is that both can negatively impact how I move and function throughout the day. So what if I told you that massaging your feet at night with a bit of warm sesame oil could reduce pain and increase circulation for better, deeper, restorative sleep? How wonderful is that? Particularly since getting good sleep after 50 can be rough, yet it is so necessary. I found that sesame oil does offer decent pain relief for tired, achy feet. When I'm massaging my feet at night with sesame oil, or an oil with the base of sesame oil, I feel a nice refreshing feeling, like my circulation is circulating, and any stress I have before massaging my feet that just seems to be erased away. I just feel a sense of calm. The benefits of using sesame oil in the ears, the nose, the navel, the feet, top tier. Now, did you know that you can expand those benefits, get a full body total benefit by how you use sesame oil in conjunction with your shower? Yeah, you can, and we can talk all about that right here. I'll see you there next.